bands anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm in a band and I'm hypersensitive to it, but I think that something did happen, unfortunately, with music journalism when it became something that had to be constantly, like every day there has to be something new. And almost every hour there has to be something new. And I think the internet really made stuff really truncated and quick and soundbitey, and not as much attention was put into the writing, because you didn't have, like, you could write a piece over the course of a couple of months, and then it would go up in a or it would go into a magazine, and then that would get, the mailman would carry it to my house, and then I would read it, and that would have to last. Like, I would have to resonate for a long time, and so the actual material, I think, resonated for a long time. And so I guess it's just a thing that I think about a lot, is like, how are we in the music industry, and those people that we work with in the music industry, you know, journalists or promoters, or, you know, like all the different people that come together, and we create like a job for all these different people or whatever, and we all have to work together. How do we make you interested again in what we are saying and doing? And that I don't know the answer to, because it doesn't matter how interesting I think I am or how interesting a journalist thinks they are when they write about artists. Something is gone, I think. I mean, I'm going on a limb here, I'm speaking, but I do think something has changed. And so I guess I don't know what to tell you, except that I hope that we've had like a transitionary period, and that we're going to move back to something that's more substantial. It would be nice to feel like when we read about a band, we really learned something, not just sort of scanned our eyes over and learned a couple of details. So, and then the second question, what do we think about when we play? It's so complicated. I mean, sometimes, honest to God, I very rarely think about the original reason that I wrote a song. Sometimes I'm just looking at Tegan and thinking like, oh, I'm so jealous of like what her outfit is like tonight on stage. And then there are other times where I'm like, playing a song and I'm looking out and I'm having existential crisis, and I think like, what's it all for? You know, it just depends. It depends where I'm at that night, how much acid I've got. We only have time for one more question, but before we take that question, can I just say, because I'll let Tegan take it because I'm just like super hogging it, but you guys, it's so weird to be here and doing this, and it looks so weird, and so you're here and that's here, and it's exciting, and we're so grateful that you came out. It's just tremendous, and everybody always says, my fans are the best fans. You could all be serial killers, I have no idea, but you seem great. I'm so glad you like our band. I'm so glad you support us, and we just appreciate it, and we're just trying so hard to continue to make interesting stuff that you're going to be interested in the future. Tegan is going to beat the fucking con, I guarantee it. Never fucking playing that stupid record again, just kidding. But seriously, thank you guys, seriously. Yeah. So we're going to take one more question. You sitting right there. You right there. Yep, you. Yep, you.
Okay, away from the serious question. Do you have any like random, interesting talents, little quirks that we don't know about? Like I can bark.
You can bark.
I can bark.
Okay, well, everyone here, that person can bark. Do I have any interesting talents? Well, up until you asked that question, I thought music was that. Just kidding. It's just, I can't help it. I feel like you're my children, and I'm like, give it, just poke a little fun. I'm 100. Okay, so, no, I don't have any interesting talents. All I do is watch television and play music, and that makes me really sad, so I feel like I have a terrible answer, so I'm going to take one more question because I feel really bad that I don't have a good answer. Okay, right there. You right there. Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Y'all talked about the internet quite a bit, so I was wondering exactly, like, just how much time y'all spend on the internet. And but, like, when you're
fucking spies.
But, like, if y'all ever get curious and end up, like, searching yourself on Google or, like...
Okay, I see what you want. Okay. Media training's paying off. Okay. Here's the truth, is that, you know, in the early part of our career, when new press came out, or magazines came out, or a new record came out, I would like obsessively refresh and want to see everything that came in, but sort of part of what Sarah was talking about the way that music has, or journalism and the world has changed, and also a little bit touching on the fan stuff, I kind of decided in the sort of my mid-20s that maybe what other people thought wasn't as important as what Sarah thought, or what my managers thought, or what my mom thought, or what my friends thought, or our band thought. So I don't spend a ton of time on the internet concerning myself with music, but I still think the internet's a great tool, and you know, I stay in touch with friends on it and that sort of thing, so I'd spend a healthy amount of time. Stay in touch with friends. You're so old. I like to stay in touch with other people via email. also like to read my news when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I use my mobile telephone. Oh, my mother. The other day I was trying to download a taxi app, and I was just like, after like 2 seconds, I was like, I don't understand! And I was like, whoa. So, I think Sarah and I have stepped into this century for sure, and we embrace like digital everything, but we're not on Facebook. I don't even have a Skype account. I haven't used iChat in almost 3 years. I feel like I'm stepping back from it a little bit. I feel like maybe it's because what we do, because there's so much going on all the time, but I feel really overwhelmed with how much communication is happening at all times. And so I've really stepped back. And we also had like a terrible experience last year where we found out someone was impersonating us and had hacked into our accounts and was emailing fans pretending to be us and had access to all our old demos and all this stuff, and I just was like, fuck the internet. Fuck all that. It's weird too, it's really dangerous. You get lazy and you think you can put everything up there, and then someone hacks your account and you're like, oh, actually I can't. So I'm like really gun shy right now, and like I look at my computer sometimes, like, I put a piece of tape over my phone, like the camera part. Like that's who I've become. I've become the person that thinks that I'm being watched while I'm on. I'm like going to like HuffingtonPost.ca and I'm like, I have a piece of tape over in case some sort of like weird porn pops up or something, and I'm like that was horrible. I'm sorry, still said that because there's kids here. But like basically, I became really paranoid, and like my computer right now is this weird flicker, and I'm convinced every time the flicker happens that means someone signed on to my computer and they're like watching what I do. And then I started watching that TV show Damages, and it's like there's this new technology where like your cell phone, as long as it's got a battery plugged into it, whether it's on, whether you're engaged in a call or not, you can use this like thing online and you can listen to somebody like it's a microphone in your pocket. No, so I watched this on Damages and I was like, that can't be real. So I look it up. Totally real. It's actual technology that they use. If you have this technology and you're really smart and you have my phone number, you could listen to me like just like walk around and shit like in my house. It's fascinating. It's a microphone. So I hate the internet. Okay, we do, and also our friends, we are of a generation, thankfully, that grew up without the internet, and I feel like it's happening to them too. So a lot of our friends are just popping out babies to left, right, and center. So nobody has fucking time to be on the internet. Like half of my friends, I'm like, did you get that forward? They're like, the kids on Ellen, they're singing, they're so cool. And my friends are like, what? No, I don't. I'm busy. I have a job. Seriously, most of my friends are like, you call it. It's just like babies crying and ambulances, and they're just like, I'm too busy. I don't even remember you. I'll talk to you in 2070. Like. See you in heaven! Too busy. Anyways, on that you guys were fantastic. This was so much fun. Thank you so much. You guys were great. We appreciate it. We hope you had a good time, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks so much for making this so wonderful. Thanks so much.